No one expected it when Steph Curry, one of the greatest players in NBA history, stepped forward not to celebrate his own legacy, but to stand up and fiercely defend Caitlin Clark. His voice wasn't casual or calculated. It was powerful, emotional, and real. That moment shook the entire basketball world. Curry wasn't talking about stats or titles. He was calling out something deeper, something unfair happening right in front of us. Caitlin Clark, the brightest star in women's basketball, was under attack. And the silence from the WNBA, the very league she was lifting to new heights, was louder than words. While Caitlin was breaking records, filling arenas, and delivering highlight after highlight, she was also taking hits after hits, some physical, some emotional, all of them heavy. On the court, defenders took cheap shots that seemed designed to hurt, not just stop her. These weren't regular fouls. They felt targeted. And off the court, the media twisted her name into controversy. Instead of lifting her up, critics found every excuse to tear her down. Through it all, the league stayed quiet. No support, no statement, no protection. That silence sent a message one Steph Curry could no longer ignore. When Curry finally spoke, he didn't hold back. He called out the WNBA's failure to protect its biggest asset. He praised Caitlin's skill, but more importantly, he demanded respect for her. His message was crystal clear. Greatness should be protected, not punished. And when Steph Curry speaks, the entire basketball world listens. But he wasn't alone. His words were the spark that ignited something bigger. Other NBA superstars began to speak up, some for the first time. LeBron James called Caitlin a game-changer, a cultural force. Coming from someone who's spent decades shifting the culture of the NBA himself, that praise carried weight. Luka Doncic went even further, calling her the best active women's basketball player. That wasn't just a compliment. It was a statement of truth. Luka saw in Caitlin what millions of fans already knew: she's not just a good player, she's a generational talent. Trae Young, known for his fearless deep threes, invited Caitlin to compete in a three-point shootout at the NBA All-Star Weekend. On the surface, it sounded fun, but underneath, it was deep respect from one shooter to another, from one star to another. Tyrese Halliburton named her one of the 5 most famous basketball players in the world across both men's and women's basketball. That kind of recognition doesn't come from hype. It comes from undeniable impact. Caitlin Clark has gone from a college standout to a global basketball icon in record time. Every time she steps onto the court, the energy is electric. Games featuring Caitlin are breaking viewing records, selling out arenas, and lighting up social media like never before. She's the reason fans are showing up. She's the reason new sponsors are coming in. She's the reason the WNBA is finally getting its moment in the spotlight. Pascal Siakam said she's getting more love from fans than most NBA stars. Obi Toppin called her a warrior, an equal in every sense. Not a women's star, but a true basketball star. The praise isn't forced, it's genuine. Because when elite players see greatness, they know it, they feel it, and they're not afraid to say it, especially when that greatness is being ignored or mistreated. But not everyone had the courage to speak. Some chose silence. Jason Tatum, when asked about his favorite WNBA player, skipped over Caitlin without a word. Kevin Durant, when given the perfect opportunity to celebrate her rise, named her biggest rival instead. These weren't harmless choices. They spoke volumes. Whether it was jealousy, discomfort, or politics, those silences were loud. They revealed the resistance Caitlin still faces. Because Caitlin Clark isn't just playing basketball, she's shaking up the entire system. Her rise challenges old thinking, old structures, old attitudes, and change, real change, makes people uncomfortable. She's not just scoring points, she's forcing people to look at the game differently. And not everyone is ready for that. The way Caitlin handles it all is nothing short of inspiring. She doesn't complain, she competes. He doesn't respond with anger, she answers with performance. Her game speaks louder than any headline, louder than any hate, and that's why she's earning respect, not just from fans, but from legends. Steph Curry said she reminds him of himself, coming from the greatest shooter of all time. That's not just a compliment, it's a passing of the torch. It's saying that Caitlin Clark is the future. That she's not following anyone's path, she's creating her own. Her swagger, her confidence, her deep ranges, all there, But what really sets her apart is the way she carries the pressure, the expectations, the spotlight. She handles it like a veteran, like a star who knows the world is watching and embraces it. And the world is watching. More people are tuning in to WNBA games. More sponsors are lining up. More kids are growing up wanting to be like Caitlin Clark. She's not just playing in the WNBA, he's transforming it. She's turning it into must-see basketball. And with that, she's changing the future for every girl who dreams of making it big in this game. Her influence is bigger than the box score. It's cultural, it's generational, it's revolutionary. She's proving that women's sports aren't a sideshow, they're the main event. She's breaking records, breaking barriers, and breaking down everything that told girls they couldn't be just as big, just as powerful, just as important as their male counterparts. And the impact isn't slowing down. The WNBA is growing because of her TV ratings, sponsorships, fan attendances all rising. She's making the league better, not just with her talent, but with her presence. She's forcing the WNBA to evolve. And even though the league was slow to support her at first, now it's clear they need her. They need her energy, her drive, her game. What Caitlin Clark is doing is bigger than basketball. It's about visibility, about equality, about power. She's redefining what success looks like, not just for female athletes, but for all athletes. Her journey proves that greatness knows no gender. And maybe that's why Steph Curry's defense hit so hard, because he's been there. He knows what it's like to be doubted, to be told you're not built for the spotlight. And he knows what it takes to push through, to change the game, to rewrite the rules. That's exactly what Caitlin Clark is. This isn't a moment, this is a movement. Caitlin Clark isn't just changing women's basketball, she's changing all of basketball. And the most powerful part, she's just getting started.